Okay, hello, this is Dr. Janes, and this is my turbo diesel VW. Let's take a look here. My Volkswagen Jetta turbo diesel. And I have just done the impossible. I have changed the timing belt. Here's the timing belt without removing the motor mounts. Everybody said it was impossible, but I just figured I'd start taking apart the engine and see how far I could go before I ran into a stopping block. And so I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of explain what the differences are, you know, what the different things you'd have to do if you want to do this technique. And I'm going to call it changing the timing belt of a turbo diesel Jetta in the parking lot. So normally you need to have you know, an engine stand or something to pull the engine out, levitate it, support it while you take out the motor mounts, and it's a big hassle. And so it turns out, I'm just going to tell you quickly the differences that you have to do, so you can decide if this is a technique you'd like to try or not. And the main problem is this guy. So this guy is the tensioner pulley on the timing belt here. Here's the timing belt. And you cannot take this off because the motor mounts interfere with this. This is the only thing that you cannot take off. And so let's take a look here. So what I did is I slid this pulley all the way forward like that, and you can remove this threaded rod thing by unscrewing it with some vice grips, okay? And then once you take that out, you can once you get this loose, you can pull both of these out of the engine mount together. And it's a little bit difficult getting them out, getting them back in. You have to do the same thing. You have to put this into the pulley and then try to line it up with the threads where this goes into the engine block, and then twist it in with pliers with the pulley all the way extended out. And the other nuance is that there's a nut on the end of this, and I could not get a torque wrench on it, so I had to torque it by guesstimating. So maybe someone may not like doing it that way, but there is a big advantage of doing it this way, because you don't have to take the motor mounts out, and those things look like they are a pain to get out. So anyway, and there's one other thing. Let's take a look here. So I'll just open up the here we go. I'll open up the hood here, and I'll just take a look inside. Okay. Let's get this guy open here. Okay, so here is where your let me just turn the camera around here. Okay, so there is a plastic cover here that goes over the timing belt. Of course, you take this off, this is no problem, but getting this plastic cover off is a little bit of a pain because all the hoses are in the way, so I had to loosen up this stuff and kind of lift up the hoses a little bit, and it was still not easy to get this guy out. And other than that, see here's where the motor mounts are. I kept them in the whole time. The motor mount is right down there, and it is not easy. Look at that. Look how much clearance is there. There is in front of that bolt down there. You got to support the engine and take those motor mounts out, and then there's other big motor mounts up here. I mean, you got to take all those bolts out. So I didn't do that. I bypassed that, thank you. And so it took me about 3 weeks working on it part-time, but I got it done. I've been driving this car around. It's been working fine. Saved myself probably about $2,000 by doing it myself. Oh, man. So anyway, I'll give you the part supplier that I use. I use ID Parts, and let's turn the camera back. So anyway, I'll put the links in the descriptions, and I'm going to make a long video. Going to link this one to that longer video. If you want to see all the details, I'll have them all in there. It will be super long. I'm not sure yet because I haven't edited it, but I may have to do multi-parts actually, because it could be hours long. Anyway, but there is differences between doing it the normal way and doing it this way, so I'm going to include all the details just in case you need to see them. If you don't need to see them, you can always skip past them. And anyway, hopefully I'll have both these videos out soon. This is Dr. Janes, and thanks for watching.